5-on-5, Dana.
Sounds great. Well, we got within the first minute, we've already got a goal for Bemidji, scored by Adams this moment. It was assisted by Stitchworth. So we're already got one on the board here for the big guy.
I need to see Bemidji.
That's his 5-on-5 Stitchworth meets goal, scored by 23 Adams, assisted by... Were you right, Dana? Was that Stitchworth? All right, Stitchworth on the assist.
Okay, how am I supposed to do this? How do you spell it?
E-M-I-D.
Okay, it just showed up. That'll be a homer away. M-O-O-R. So is that correct? That's correct?
Maintain control. We got a shot at temp as well. Here over the side. He stood up and hit. And almost gone to I don't have any sound on my mic. Cycle it on and off.
What?
Cycle it on and off. I'm hearing there's no sound on the mic. So it might be coming over this side.
40 Corbin for interference. Brings us to our first Northern Amusement penalty kill.
Billy has been assisted, Eric, to number 10 for interference. On number 40, Corbin Meyer. Is he interfering something? Was that white taken?
I didn't have this thing all the way in. Let's try that. Can't see.
We got another extension on the penalty. It's like number 18 Wyatt for a trip. So extended Northern Amusement penalty here. Penalty kill.
Yep, and then the full strike.
Shot goes right on, loose in front. It comes over to Westover. He turns and fires it up to the blue line. And it comes up to the line, but not out. Down in the corner. Roscoe rings it around the boards and comes to Moran. Moran gets it past the defense. And he loses it up ahead to the defense, so as Meyer comes out of the box. On for him, I think, is Baird. And Baird will go in on the forecheck here as he's going to get there first. Along the half wall, he's going to send it up to the point for Roscoe. Roscoe shoots, and it goes wide to the near side. Up to the line now, Westover holds the line. Down in for the Spuds as they work their way up through center. Across the line on the Bemidji side now, and the shot goes just wide of the net. And Roscoe there will send it ahead. Comes to Baird. He takes a shot. Everybody overskates it, and finally the Spuds pick it up and bring it back in. Right at the near dot, shot from there, and it goes right under the glove of White for another goal for the Spuds. So 2-1 is your score, 8:29 remaining in the first period. And Spuds are leading it. Comes down into the Spud zone. They cleared the zone back out to center. And it gets just past Lapeer. And Jacobson's going to come in to help out there. He carries it up through his own slot. Turns right onto the Spud player. And back down in the corner. Off to the other side. Angus Heather battles in behind. He sends it over to Yerbich. Yerbich off the wall up to the point, not out. Another shot right in the goal. Angus, or the right to the slot. Angus Heather gets a hold of it. He's going to carry it out through center. Gets across the blue line, tries to dangle the fence. He does, and he works his way to the goal, but it rolls off of his stick under heavy pressure. Buds come back the other way, get a shot on White from the blue line, and he steers that one aside easily. As Lapeer will send it up the far side. Tip pass there is taken by the Spuds, and then back out. So now down in deep, Lapeer gets it down in the corner. Works his way towards the slot. Comes up to Meyer right in the paint. And it trickles all the way through, and the Spuds pick it up and carry it back out from there. A nice diving play by Jacobson, keeps it in the zone. And Meyer comes in with it, 3 guys bugging him. He gets knocked down and comes to Yerbich. No, it doesn't. It goes right to the Spuds down in the corner. Tyken comes in there, and Jacobson puts a body on his man. The puck comes right in on Alex Davis, goaltender for the Spuds, and he covers up on the ice. Freezes her down with 6:53 left in the first period. Down. Off the faceoff, it goes right into the slot, but it's picked up there by the Spuds and carried out by Kalhoff for the Spuds. Shovels it over the slot, and there was an opportunity there, but they couldn't quite connect. Back out of the zone into center, and they work their way ahead. Adams now, he'll carry it across the line on the near side, tries to deke a defenseman, and he plows right into him, knocks him over. So the Spuds will carry it out the other way, passes behind them, and they do get it into the zone, but it's picked up there by Westover. Westover works his way up through the center circle, and it's knocked off of his stick at the Fargo blue line, or the Moorhead blue line. Roscoe will grab it, he'll dump it in deep in the near corner, and the battle will continue back behind the net. Tyken now, up to the center, tries the center, gets through everybody, except for the Spuds defense. They come back the other way with it, on the near side, get around Westover, centers it up, and it goes all the way through to the far wall. Spuds carried all the way up to the point and not going to bring it out themselves. And they'll have to tag up as it comes all the way into the Spud zone. On the near side now, they break up through center. Cross the line, they get on the inside, goes down. You're going to get a tripping penalty on Westover as the Fargo player stepped on his stick, I'm pretty sure. Shot goes in on White, he gloves it down, and the whistle will call. And the tripping penalty will be administered to number 29.
What's that penalty for?
Face off to the near wall. Angus Heather chips it out of there, comes out to center. It's going to be right on Ryerson's stick. He gets around the defense, but he's got another one that trailed him. And a stick check will do it. Now Baird sends it over to Ryerson. Ryerson couldn't make the connection. Now we're going to get a penalty on the Spuds. As they touch it down in behind, whistle's going to go, and we're going to get a hooking on the Spud player.
Well, that negated the Northern Amusement penalty kill again.
Yep.
4-on-4 hockey for a minute and a half now.
4-on-4 in the zone, 4:51 left in the period. And it's played along the far wall. Comes to Ryerson. He sends it down in for Baird. Baird takes a look up to the circle. Lost off of his stick. And the Spuds will carry it out to center. Get across the Bemidji line, comes to Angus out there. He'll skate it up the far side, and he'll send it up ahead for Ryerson. Ryerson again tries to work around the defense, can't do it. And they'll come out to center and go rink wide with it. Angus Heather takes a position, and they just dump it all the way in from the red line, goes in on White, and they bring it all the way out of there by Ryerson. Spuds in their own zone now. Looking to send it ahead. It's sent back to the defensemen and try again. D to D now on the other side. They dump it in across the red line and they head for the bench, to the bench and a change. And White stops it in behind. Roscoe picks it up there, off the glass, all the way out to Meyer at the Fargo blue or the Fargo blue or Moorhead blue line, and Meyer or Moran now on the forecheck. He gets laid out by a Fargo or a Moorhead player, and they break out the other way. Up to the circle now, goes right on goal and over to the other side. Now it's sent out to Moran. He goes rink wide, no look pass. There's nobody there.
Brief Lapeer Shoreline power play here.
I can't see, buddy. Puck gets fired all the way down into the Bemidji zone, and that's going to be icing on the Spuds.
And Moorhead full strength.
.259 left in the first period. Face off down in the Spud zone is sent in behind, and the battle goes to the wall. Both teams are full strength now as the Spuds carry it up through the center. Cross the line on the other side, drop pass. Right to the dot, shot on goal. Rebound comes right out to the circle again, and eventually comes to Tyken. He tries to clear it, but not out. Roscoe now, he'll bring it around in behind. Captain goes to battle there. He brings it over to the near side, up ahead for Adams. Adams tries to swat it out of there, but it stays in the zone. And picked up by the Spuds as they work to the far side. Circle shot goes wide. 2:05 now left in the second period. Bemidji trailing 2-1. Westover now sends it across for Stitsworth, gets past him, and the Spuds will pick it up there, right back to Stitsworth, right at the hash marks on the wall. Up for Roscoe, blast from there, stick save, goes into the corner. Down on the near side, it comes out for Westover at center. He sends it ahead for Stitsworth. Stitsworth whacks it back down into the zone, heads for the bench, and Moorhead fires it ahead on the far side and takes a shot from the hash marks, which goes wide of the goal. Meyer now, he'll try and spring it ahead. Puck comes out, goes back in, and that's going to be offsides on the Moorhead Spuds. Face off in the neutral zone, we trade possession, and the Spuds will retreat back on their own zone, try to send it ahead. Meyer steps in though, rolls off his stick, comes to Yerbich. Yerbich takes a shot, that one goes hard off the stick of Davis and over to the corner. Battle ensues on the far corner, or the near corner rather.
1 minute.
Attempted check was missed, goes right up in the glass, and Meyer's going to come away with it as he continues to battle in behind. Centers it up. Goes right on stick of a Spud player, and as he does, we get a penalty call for slashing.
Brings us to another Lapeer Shoreline power play.
What is for? Yeah, I don't know what that probably is for.
Shot and a rebound goes right in.
Got it.
They're going to wave it off. I have no idea why. With the shot, a rebound, it goes in. At the face-up, comes up to Angus Heather, over to Stitsworth on the far wall. Stitsworth at hash marks down in down in the corner for Baird. Back to Stitsworth now. Power play for the Bemidji. Baird at the hash marks, up to Angus Heather now. He takes a look, sends it back down for Stitsworth rather, but it's stolen in the process. Angus Heather has the battle back for it, chases him all the way down into the Bemidji zone. And on the near corner, the puck will be sent all the way around with 3 seconds left in the period. And the clearing attempt will allow that to finish out. So after the first period of play, we've got the only goal for Bemidji was with Adams from Stitsworth. And that'll lead us into the break.
Eric, wait, you didn't mute that.
Just hold on, bro. All right, welcome back to the second period. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Got a minute 5 left on the Pier Shoreline power play.
6:47 left in the period as the puck goes down into the Spud zone here. And it's going to be brought up to the point. Drop there for Lapeer. Lapeer down to the hash marks. Tries to center it, goes off the defense, down in the corner. Over to the other side now. Adams will bring it up to the point. He'll give it for Westover. Westover back for Adams, down to the hash mark again. Brings it around in behind now for Meyer. And the Spuds are able to clear it out. They send it all the way down, and that's going to be icing on the Spuds. Out the face-off now. Angus Heather will chip it up ahead for Baird. Baird's going to look down in the corner there. He's centering it up. Shot for Moran. He tried to tip it in there. Won't go. Over to the other side now. Puts another shot on goal. Rolls off the post. This time Baird will send it up the point. Roscoe send one in there. And Davis just barely got a hold of it. And they finally clear it out of there as the Spud comes out of the box. He comes in on the far side. Send it ahead. Goes right in white. Cleared out of there nicely by Baird. Over to the near corner now. Angus Heather will pick it up there and he'll send it over to the far side. Roscoe will send it up to the point. Spuds are in possession again. Comes right in on white. And he's going to cover this one up for the stop and play with 15:24 left. Face-off control by Westover, behind his own net now. He'll come to the near side, send it ahead for Yerbich. Yerbich fans on the outlet, and Westover will send it over for Roscoe on the far side. Roscoe's going to carry it up through center, gains his own on the far side, and he dumps it down into the corner. Rings around the boards in behind Davis, and it goes over to the far corner again. This time Yerbich is going to help out, along with Meyer. Battle continues in the corner. Finally, Meyer pulls it out of there. And he goes up against the wall again with it. Sends it up to Roscoe at the point. Roscoe looks like he's going to shoot. He does. Stopped in front. And it's right in the slot as it trades possession. And finally, the Spuds break it out into center. Carried up by the defenseman now. He comes across the line. He comes over to the near side. Centers it. Nobody there. All the way to the other side now. Centers again. Comes right to Westover. Westover tries to get out of their slot. Shot and a goal. Loose puck in front. Clearing attempt wouldn't go. And the Spuds pick it up and fire it right past White for a 3-1 lead now over Bemidji with 14:22 left in the second. Controlled by the Spuds off the faceoff. They go ahead. Lapierre steps up, breaks it away from him. And Tyken comes in to help out. Gets it ahead for Stitzworth. Stitzworth dumps it down in. And the Spuds will pick it up in behind their own goal. Ring it around to the far side. Angus Heather at the point. He sends it back down in deep. And it'll be down to Adams. Adams to the Stitzworth, trying to get it to Tyken in the center. Now he does, but Tyken wasn't ready for it. He was just getting in the position. Spuds will bring it over on the near side and break it out through center again. Up ahead, tip down into the zone, and they'll give chase down in the corner. Angus Heather battling there. Centering attempt is picked off by Tyken, and Angus Heather will sweep it back in behind, and he'll reverse it over to the other side now. Ahead for Adams at center. Gets across the line, tries to dangle, can't do it. Tyken comes in behind, knocked off of his stick. Now the Spuds cleared over to the near side. And they'll pick it up there and try to fire it ahead, but stopped by Lapierre. He blows a tire, and the Spuds will bring it across the line now on the near side. Try to dangle through everybody, but can't do it. Stitzworth now along the near wall. He gets it up to the point. Spuds sweep it onto the forehand and sweep it right out of the zone in the process. Under pressure now, Adams gets it down in the zone off his skate, and they get it back out to center. Lapierre fires it down into the corner, or actually down into the zone, and the Spuds will fire back up, and they'll ice it all the way down, and they'll bring a stop and play with 12:49 left in the second. Faceoff is controlled by the Spuds down in their own corner on the far side. They get it up at the point all the way through everybody, and that's also going to go through and down for icing. Faceoff goes down in the corner. They get it up. Bouncing puck comes out to center. And Roscoe tries to wrangle it. Westover helps out, cuts it up to Moran. Moran tries to get it up into center. Comes back to Roscoe. Now it gets out to center and right back in again. Roscoe this time he's going to fire across ice now. Gets to Baird. Baird touches it. Guess he doesn't. And it's going to be icing on Bemidji again with 12:14 left in the second. shot attempt off the faceoff is blocked in front. Another shot goes is cleared out of there by Roscoe. Centered again. Roscoe's got it again in the slot. And to Moran on the near side. Up ahead for Ryerson. Tries to split the defense. But they collapse on him. Now comes to Moran in the slot. Knocked off of his stick over to the corner. Nice play over to Baird. Baird gets into the center but can't pull the trigger. Roscoe now, he'll fire it though. Blocker saved by Davis. And the Spuds will clear it back out to center. Roscoe ahead now for Ryerson. Ryerson will turn and fire down in behind the goal. And Baird will give chase. Clearing attempt comes right to Moran. And he'll carry it down to the low circle, back up to the hash marks. Back and forth, he's knocked down. Centers it up for Meyer. Meyer turns to try to get it on the forehand and gets it to Lapeer instead. Down in deep for Baird, centered it up, goes all the way through to Westover. Westover gathers it, shoots it, stick save down in the near corner. Baird now can't handle the defense, and they get a hold of it and they just golf it all the way down with 11:06 left in the second period. Bemidji trailing 3-1. Face off down in the corner. Spuds cleared out of there. Engesheather gets a stick on it, tries to play it from his knees. Jacobson will sweep it over to the near side. Yeah, and it's stopped by Yerbich. Came out and right back in again, and that's going to be an offside on Bemidji as the puck comes in on Davis. Face-off squirts over to the far side. Engesheather is going to retreat back to his own corner with it. And he will, the Spuds will carry it all the way up to the point. Send it down the half wall. Engesheather sweeps it back out to the point, but not out. This time it'll go over to the far corner rather, and he'll battle in there. Over for Jacobson now. Up along the wall. He's got room to skate. Gets up to the blue line. He stops. And he gets it to Meyer. Meyer does get along through the line. And he gets it back to Jacobson. Jacobson takes a shot, and that one trickles wide. And the Spuds will pick it up deep in their own zone. Get up to center ice. And they play catch with it on the far wall as the Spuds bring it up again. Center ice now across the line. Come in offsides though. So at 9:52, we'll have a stop and play and bring a face-off back out.
Well, Dana, the first 30 seconds of this game were really good.
Yeah, the first 30 seconds, yeah. Roscoe grabs it in center. He fires it down in and gives chase. He's going way down deep. He looks like he wants to do something about this. Comes up to Adams. He leaves it for Stitsworth. Shot, gets blocked in front. And they clear it back out to center. Cross the line offsides again. And I'll bring another stop with 9:25 left in the second period. Face-off comes to the near wall, and the Spuds fire down in, and it's picked off by Roscoe. Over to Westover and up ahead for Adams. It's tipped. And it goes all the way down into the Spud zone. And on the near wall, held in by Roscoe again. And he'll fire down into the corner, and Spuds will have to try the other side. Up to the half wall, they try to chip it past Westover, they do. And another breaking player comes across the line. Can't quite get around Roscoe though, as he puts him down. And the puck comes to the near side and back out. Drop pass. Get across the red line, send it over to the center ice area, and Adams is right there to scoop it up and bring it up the ice the other way. Across the line, dangles the defense, tries the centering, comes Westover was coming down the slot there to blast it in, but he missed it. Comes to Lapeer. Tipped in there by Baird. Defense for the Spuds. Sent it up to the line again. Lapeer works it down the line and loses it again as it comes out to center. Up ahead the other way. Players are trapped in the zone now, so they'll have to come out. Baird's going to get to the puck first, though. Get in on the zone the other side. Now he's tripped. And puck will come right to the guys in white and over to the near side. Engelsether will pinch way down to maintain possession as we've got a delayed penalty coming up on the Spuds. Down in the side now. Baird and Engelsether trade possession, but finally they get a hold of it and the whistle blows.
Another Lapeer Shoreline power play.
Penalties on Copeland for the Spuds as the puck comes over to the near side. They play a catch at the hash marks. Comes up to Engelsether at the point. He looks, sends it over to Baird at the hash marks again. Down in for Stitsworth. Return pass wasn't there, so Stitsworth carries it to the other side. All the way to the other side, up for Roscoe this time. He looks, he's going to shoot. Sends it in there, loose in front, and it deflects wide, comes over to the near wall. Engelsether now, he'll send it down in for Baird, I think it is, and comes right back to him at the point. Takes a look, sends it back to Baird, and Baird to Stitsworth. Stitsworth looks, centers it up, goes off the post, I think, and all the way over to the other side. Spuds are going to get it out this time. They carry it up through center, they gain the zone on the Bemidji end, and from the circle on the near side to fire it wide of the goal. Baird will pick it up, trying to get it out of the zone. He does. He's going to catch up to it. And he gets it in the zone with Moran, and Moran can't handle the pass as it goes down to the hash marks. 50 seconds left on the power play. Spuds pick it up behind their own zone, and they walk it up through the far side. Up to the blue line, cross the line, right to the hash marks. Tipped there by Roscoe. In behind now, Baird picks it up, fires it up the near side now for a waiting Meyer. Gets across the line, had Moran streaking down the line, and he shoots it from the high slot mark, and there's no rebound there as Davis covers up.
Dana,
Comes to Meyer. Meyer takes a shot. That's a blade save by Alex. That one had eyes, but just hit the blade of his stick. Off in the far corner comes to Ryerson. He takes a look. Not sure what to do. It goes up to Meyer in the slot. Shot. Block in front. Rebound. Goes trickles wide. We've got a Spud player down. He looks hurt. And it comes to Tyken as he sends it all the way through. And finally the whistle blows.
Moorhead full strength.
And we are at full strength.
Good job, Gavin.
Dana, I was going to go on a limb and say it would be really nice to get a goal here.
It would be really nice to get a goal here, although we didn't. To take a look at Colton Miller, who's down on the ice for the Spuds. Off the face-off, it's controlled by Moorhead. They get it out to center, right on the target of
Apparently there was an injury
Stitsworth,
a little bit,
and
or something
Tyken will try to bring it back the other way, but it's knocked off of his stick and down into the Bemidji zone. Roscoe tried to chip it off the wall, can't get it past the defender though, and he'll have to chase it. Centering opportunity, goes right on through, and it comes to Adams. He skates it back the other way. Cross the line, can't get through the defense. Over to the far wall, and he gets possession again. Tries to center it for Tyken, can't do it. It's blocked in front. Spuds back the other way. 5:07 left in the period. 3-1, Spuds. Centering attempt comes right to Roscoe. He'll send it ahead for Tyken. Tyken's got some room, and he stops at the circle. Tries to give it back to Roscoe. Finally gets to him, and they fire it back down in deep for Adams. Adams works his way towards the goal. He's hooked, and the puck goes down in the corner where Baird picks it up. Attempted check there, doesn't happen. Comes to Baird, centered it up for Adams on the other side. He couldn't connect. Great opportunity there. Lapeer now, he centers it up to the dot. Baird can't get it on it. Baird down in the corner here again. It's almost like we're on a power play here. Finally, the Spuds are able to clear it out of there, and they ice it for the first, not the first time, but for the umpteenth time in the second period.
Brody's going to wish he had that one back.
He is going to wish he had that one
left
back.
and
Face-off is blasted out of there. Angus Sether's going to have to hustle. He gets his stick on it just in time, and goes over to the near side. Picks it up there, reverses, he's checked. And he's checked in a precarious position, so we'll see what happens on this one. He popped right back up again though, and White comes off as the extra skater is on with the power play. Shot gets tipped into the near corner, and Moran will send it up ahead, but it's picked up by the Moorhead Spuds, and the guilty party will find his way to the box.
Another Lapeer Shoreline power play.
2 minutes.
After a brief discussion, they gave him a rough and not a check, and goes right to the Meyer goes right to the with the well there and couldn't get one past. Centers it up for Tyken. Tyken can't handle it with a bunch of sticks getting whacked on him, and it comes to Westover. Westover will skate it into the zone, and he's going to send it down into the corner and leave it for Tyken. Tyken down in the corner now. Centers up from Meyer. Meyer takes a shot. That one's saved down in the corner. Sweeps it over to the near side, and Tyken's going to go get this one. Down into the corner. Lapeer takes a fall. Now Tyken takes it in behind. Looking for a chance. Decides to shoot. Whiffs on it. Stick saved. Alex is down. And players fall as the net comes off its moorings. And we're going to get another penalty on the Spuds here.
The penalty number.
So we got two roughing penalties on the plays here. 58 seconds remaining on the first, and about 47 now left on the second one. So 5-on-3 for Bemidji, and it's sent ahead for Angus Heather. Angus Heather gets across the line on the near side, drops it for Stitsworth. Stitsworth works his way down to the hash marks, right across for Baird, but he wasn't looking for it. It goes all the way through. Roscoe now over for Angus Heather at the dot. He looks, won't shoot it. Is he gonna? What's he gonna do? Cross ice for Moran. Shot on goal. That one's saved. And it goes over to the hash marks and back up to the point for Roscoe. Roscoe now back to Angus Heather at the dot. Shot there, goes right on. Rebound, Stitsworth covered up. Goal, and it's a good one. Referee signaling goal on this one. And that's going to be a goal for Stitsworth, I believe, from Angus Heather. Heather and up for Moran on the far side. We'll get the call on the goal here in a minute. As Moran works his way down in there.
So that's a Lapeer Shoreline power play goal by number 24, Willie, assisted by number 16, Evan. Big goal for the boys in white.
Spud, so we still got 47 seconds left on this second power play. And deep in the zone, Westover will control behind his own net. Up ahead for Meyer. Meyer gets pestered from behind as he works up through center. Over to the near side, down to the hash marks. Censors it up for Adams. Adams can't quite connect. And Tyken will carry it from there. Drops it for Westover. Shot from the high circle goes wide. Meyer now, he'll send it up for Lapeer. Lapeer will take a look, go D to D for Westover. Another shot loose in front. Still battling for it. Finally, Davis is able to cover it up. And Tyken's not happy about being dumped. And Adams did a good job of getting him out of the way before he got a penalty.
I guess I'm going to say both at the same time.
Lapeer on the far side, he'll work his way down to the hash marks and down into the corner. Penalized player is back on. Puck comes to Jacobson. He fires from the hash marks. Goes in high on Meyer. Meyer's fallen. Finally goes down. And the puck is chipped up to the boards. Jacobson blasts one from there right on. Now it comes to Yerbich. He fires. And the rebound's there and a goal. Bemidji ties it up with 37.9 seconds left in the second. Good old hard work play there. And I think that one's going to be credited to Corbin Meyer.
That was a big answer goal, Dana.
Big answer goal. We tied her up right before the break.
Yep. So what a lucky thing.
The Spuds will send it down in deep. And it'll come to Meyer on the far side. Cross ice for Yerbich.
Is that Meyer from Yerbich, as they said?
I believe it's Meyer from Yerbich.
That's a Stitsworth 5-on-5 goal scored by number 40, Corbin, assisted by 25, Jace. Tie this bad boy up.
Heavy hit at the blue line. 6 seconds left. One more rush from the Spuds, and it trickles to the far wall as time runs out. Here until the third period, but we'll go into it with a tied game, 3-all. All right, we're underway with third period action. Spuds get a shot on goal right out of the gate. And they get another shot towards the goal. It goes wide and over to the near corner. Pinned up against the boards there now. And the chipping attempt doesn't come out. And they continue to battle at the half wall. Up to the point, not out. Now it is. And Adams does a nice job of pushing their player off the puck and sends it all the way down for an icing with 16:27 left in the third period in a tie game. Off to White's left, takes a shot from there, blocked in front by Roscoe, and it'll come over to the near wall. Trip there, Baird goes down, no call, and the Spuds will work their way in, and it's covered up by White at the mouth of the goal. Over to the corner, fired hard around the boards by Westover, and it comes out to center and back onto the Spud stick. Back the other way now, it goes into the zone, but Westover's there to get a hold of it, and he rings it around the back behind the net, and Roscoe will return the favor. Westover now chips it up against the board, tip pass again. This time it connected to Baird. Cross the line on the near side, cuts towards the slot, shot on goal, rebound, also stopped. And the other rebound goes over to the circle on the far side. Cleared to the near side and out to center and across the line. Up to Westover in his own goal zone. And it's cleared out to
I might need to borrow your charger.
Spuds. And
I need to borrow a charger.
Zone. Another clearing attempt comes back to Roscoe. And this time it comes out and back in. And that'll be an offsides on the Spuds, with 15:16 left in the third period.
It just sucked down like 60%. I don't know if it's because of the cold.
Go ahead and pull it.
I might need to borrow your battery back, buddy.
I shall be pretty cold.
Yeah, I think it just got too cold in my vehicle.
Dead?
My iPad. My iPad.
Why is the iPad so low?
Too cold.
Do you think you'll make it through the game? You need to borrow the charger?
I might at some point.
Alright, my phone already started charging with it. Are these kind of it? I got for Chargers at least. Are we gonna have to stop recording? Are we gonna have to stop recording?
Charger for a little bit.
Shot goes towards the goal, and it's picked up by Tyke, and he's got some room to skate. Cross the line on the other side, gets through the defense, can't get it on the forehand to pull the trigger though. And the battle goes in behind. Up the far side now. It's brought out to center, and it's stopped there by, I think it was Lapeer, and back to Adams in the slot. Can't wrangle the pass though. And he goes down into the corner with it, helped by Tyke, and centered to Stitchworth, and that one goes wide. Angus Heather pinches down, and he gets around the defense with it, and he works his way up the half wall, turns and dumps it down. Tyke now down in behind, comes right to the mouth. Stitchworth takes a shot, loose in front, covered up by Davis, and he'll hang out of this one for a stop and play. Out comes the Westover shot, goes right in on Davis, and he'll gobble that one up and hang on again. Face off to the point. Roscoe sends it down the wall to Moran.
That's Dana's Charger.
At the hash marks.
You want to give that back to him?
Baird now will work it up the wall, up back to Moran, up to Roscoe. Shot from there goes wide. Looking for a redirect, I think. Down into the corner now. Gets through Ryerson, and he'll go up to the far wall. Back down in behind. Ryerson now on the near side to Moran. Off of his stick. Comes to the Spuds. And now it goes down in with the Spuds player falling. Players want to check him from behind there, but they won't get it. Won't even get a call. Comes up to Moran. He tries to shoot, and it's deflected and brought out to center. Baird now with some stick handling work comes into the high circle on the far side. Drops it at the circle though, loses it off his stick, and Ryerson will send it back in deep for him. Along the back corner, battle continues, and the Spuds will ring it around the near boards to the near side. Westover, he'll take a shot, tipped, goes right up into the glass behind. Bairdow gets the rebound behind, tries to stuff it, goes over to the other side all the way through, and Moran can't get his stick on it. It comes to the near wall. Plucked out of there by Baird, go over to Roscoe. Roscoe from the high circle, shot goes high over the cage and off the glass. Comes to Westover now, he takes a shot. That one also goes wide and rings to the far side. Bemidji all over the Spuds here now as the puck comes up to the blue line, and Westover knocks it back down in deep. You'd almost swear it was a power play right now as the puck comes out of the zone on Roscoe's stick. He's able to just stand there with it as he's uncontested for the most part. Comes back to his own blue line, rink wide for Baird, and rink wide again for Ryerson. Across the line now. Right at the top of the circle, shot!
Oh, got it!
Ryerson.
That's a 5-on-5 Stitchworth meet goal scored by number 22 Cub.
You could smell that one coming, Eric, as the play was strong in the Spud zone. And the puck comes down into the Bemidji zone. Angus Heather carries it around. He falls. And it goes over to the far wall.
Like, I don't know if you heard,
Down
but
in
they gave
deep
the
again.
assist
This
to
time
Callan
Jacobson will pick it up
Barrett on
behind
that
his own net.
goal.
And he'll work his way up through the slot. Deke through a couple players, lose it though. Backhanded opportunities blocked by Lapierre. He sends it around the boards and up to Yerbich. Lost to a Spud. They get a shot, and that one's deflected over to the near side. Plucked off the wall down below. And it comes to Angus Heather, and he chips it hard into the zone, and Yerbich is on the forecheck. Now Jacobson on the far side. He'll carry it in along with Meyer on the near side. Deke's a player right at the circle. Falls down though, and it comes to Meyer. Meyer tries to center it, and it goes right onto the stick of a Spud. And Yerbich now is able to stop that advancement and sweep it back down into the Spud zone. Meyer down, puts a body on a player and gains possession. Gets it over for Jacobson. Over to Roscoe at the point. Shot from there, blocked in front. And it comes to Jacobson in the corner. Tries to deke it around a couple players that comes to the Spuds. And they get possession of it. And they're going to have an interference penalty coming on the Spuds.
That brings us to
Face
another
off right
Lapierre
there.
Shoreline
Shot
power
of
play goal.
Meyer.
That didn't take real long. Lapierre Shoreline power play goal by number 40, Corbin. We'll get the assist later. Oh, Lapierre Shoreline power play goal by number 40, Corbin. Waiting on the assist. Number 18, Wyatt got the assist on that. That gives Bemidji a nice 5-3 lead.
Wait, what did they say?
Talk about turning this game on the opposite axis here, Dana.
That was about a 3-second penalty kill for the Spuds there. As Meyer was able to blast one in there right off the faceoff. So Tyken's going to get the assist as he was the one in the faceoff circle. Spuds now try to work their way towards the goal, and Tyken's going to pick it up again and carry it out on the near side. Gets around the defense, right to Adams. Adams shoots, and is saved and goes in behind with Adams on his stick again. Carries it up to the point, reverses it back down, and gives it right to the defense. They break out to center and come across the line. Drop pass, blocker save, and Stitsworth will sweep it to the far wall. Picked up by Tyken there, out to center, right on the stick again of another Spud. They turn it back the other way, fall down as they come across the line, and Tyken will pick it up again. Behind his own goal to the other side for Stitsworth. Stitsworth now will try to chip it back for Tyken, but it was a little late, and it comes right back in on a Spud stick and then right back out. This time Tyken tips it down into the zone, and that's going to end up being a icing on Bemidji. 6:42 left in the third period, 5-3 Bemidji.
What do you mean by that, Eric?
Well, we got 4 unanswered goals after Moorhead took that 3-1 lead. That means we scored 4 straight times without Moorhead scoring. I think, Dana, that last shot they had on goal was their first shot on goal in some time. So, Bemidji taking over for now.
As they do, Moran turns at center ice and dumps it down in. Spuds will pick it up there, and it'll be picked up behind the goal by Baird, and Bemidji will control again in the offensive zone. Shot from the point by Lapeer goes down in the near corner. Ryerson will dump it down in behind. Comes to Baird. Baird will work his way along the boards, and then it'll be stolen from him and sent in behind again. And the reverse attempt by Ryerson's picked off. Comes up to center. Shot on goal, or shot wide of the goal from Baird. And it comes from Moran behind, looking for a center. Turns, shoots, goes right off of Cobb's back. And it comes up to the point for Engesether. He's hungry. He takes a shot. Goes off the skate of the defender. And this play will be played dead again as the net comes off the moorings.
The net came off.
Jacobson off the faceoff does a fantastic move. Can't quite get the backhand on it though. He comes right off of his own faceoff and gets a backhander on Davis. And that was a nice move there by Davis to hang on to it. Now he takes a hard shot from Roscoe and covers that one up for a stop. Jacobson off the faceoff now again. It's controlled this time by the Spuds on the far side. And they'll bring it across the line and get a shot from the high circle. Way wide of the goal, but White gloves it up anyway, and he hangs on. Jacobson now, face-off comes to Roscoe. Roscoe head for Yerbich, who was behind him, and goes all the way down. It's going to be an icing on Bemidji. Face off again, goes to the far wall. Roscoe will knock it out of there. And this time Yerbich would have had in on it, but he was tripped up and there's no call there. This time it stays in the zone with Jacobson, and it comes to Roscoe, and it's tipped before it goes down into the Spud zone. They send it back up to center, comes to Westover. Wester tries to go around a defense, it comes to Roscoe. And Roscoe will send it ahead for Yerbich in his skates. Meyer takes it to the cross, leaves it for Yerbich, and he takes a shot. It goes right into the defender, and he is hurting. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that one either. That'd be Woodard that took it on the chest there for the Spuds, and he's having a seat on the bench over here. Face off out of the zone, gets batted back down in there by Roscoe. And the Spuds will ring it around the boards. They'll try to chip it out, come to Roscoe, another shot towards the goal. That will go wide and over to the near side. Adams holds it in. Now it comes to the Spuds, and they come up through center. And they get into the zone, or it comes right back out. Stitchworth makes sure it stays out. And they come back again. This time it comes in on Roscoe. They'll go rink wide to Tyken, and Tyken will send it ahead down in behind. Suppose they'll get to center with it, finally, and it'll get across the line on the near side. They try to center it. Shot goes nicely to White. He's able to steer that one aside. That was a nice screen, but this time as Tyken battles for the puck, it comes in onto another player, and he trips the player up, and he's going to Called for tripping with 3:07 left in the third period.
That brings us to another Northern Amusement penalty kill here.
So for the next 2 minutes of this 3-minute period, we'll be killing this one off. They send one up off the netting for a stop and play with 2:55 left. Faceoff is held in the zone by the Spuds. Over in the hash marks on the other side, up to the high slot. They hang on to it over to the point, and they take a shot from there. 6 saved, and it's knocked again by White and cleared out of there by Moran. All the way down it'll go, and that'll be another icing with 2:36 left in the third period. $1:27 left in the Tyken penalty as Spuds control in the Bemidji zone. On the far wall, they're looking to figure out what to do with it. Come to the near side. High circle. Step up to the slot. And over to the far hash marks. Blast on goal. Saved by White. Back over to that same hash mark on the other side. They're going to switch paces and come up to the slot. High a shot in from there goes in on White. He's able to stop that one with 2:09. Face off again, comes up to the high circle slot and down in deep. Westover giving them trouble there. Comes all the way through behind the net. Go to the near side with it. And up to the point. Side steps, goes down in the corner, give and go. Comes right into the slot onto the Jacobson stick, and he clears it out with 37 seconds left on the Tyken penalty and 1:40 now left in the game. Comes to Adams right in the slot, and he can't quite pull the trigger as it was collapsed on well by the Spuds, and they get in on zone on the near side. Jacobson knocks it back out of there. Boy, he's having a good game. $1:23 left in the period now. 15 seconds left on the PK. Over to the near side on the high circle. Summers with it. He's going to drop it over to the near corner. Shot from there goes weak and then goes right through. Here is blocked by, I think that was Jacobson, and back out. Minute 4 left in the game. 5-3, Bemidji lead. Over to the far side now. Spuds try to pick it up, blocked by Stitsworth. Stitsworth behind for Roscoe, and up ahead for Adams. Adams gets a shot towards the goal, and that one goes wide. Up to Roscoe now. He takes a shot. That one's blocked as it goes towards the net. And they clear it out again. Westover now. He's got it. Goes D to D. All penalized player is on, and it's dumped in. And the puck goes up and out of play now with about 30 seconds left in the period with a 5-3 lead for Bemidji. Two to tie for the Spuds as they battle down in their own zone, and they do chip it out of there. And Baird is going to retreat to pick this one up. 16 seconds left now, and it's starting to look pretty good for the boys in white. Baird chips it out, but the player was out of the zone, and he'll stop and play with 9 seconds left. So Davis, who had been pulled, has been put back into the net, and they feel content to just let the clock run out on this one, and that's about what's going to happen as Bemidji becomes victorious in a 5-3 victory over the Moorhead Spuds on this cold day in December.
Well,
in January.
Well, good answer back to first game of the season where Moorhead was victorious over us. The way this game went, started real hot. We got real cold, but the boys heated back up with 4 straight goals. Some good use of the penalty kill and the power play to button this one up. So we'll say thank you to our sponsors, Stitsworth Meats, Northern Amusement, Lapeer Shoreline, Dale Schmidt Agency, KLS Construction, and Ryerson Construction. Thanks for tuning in. Throw some thumbs up.
So tomorrow's game is a 7:30 game. And that's not going to be or will be on Brojack.
Nope. It'll be, I just meant here in Bemidji.
In Bemidji, and this one will be covered on my channel, Tilted Ice Broadcasting, tomorrow, 7:30.
Yep. I will be in East Grand Forks and Grand Forks with the Bemidji Bantam B Red team tomorrow, as well as Sunday. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dealing with the technical difficulties. As always, a pleasure to do a game with the voice of the North, Dana. Sticks with me through the tough times and the good times. We'll see you later.
See you tomorrow, folks.